Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. First of all, happy Thanksgiving to all of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving today when this video comes out on Thursday, or happy, I guess, late Thanksgiving if you're watching this any other day after Thursday. Today we're doing something special. Today we're gonna play on the new Timewinder Gauntlets that Riot has just released, and this first one that they're releasing is Foundation. So what that means is that the cards that you're able to play in this gauntlet are only limited to foundation cards, and those are the cards from the very first set when Legends of Runeterra was first released in 2020. Now, if you all don't know, I personally have been playing Legends of Runeterra since the very beginning, even before the beta. I started playing this game with the alpha preview that happened in November 2019. So I've been here since the start, from the very beginning. So when I saw this idea by Riot, I got really excited. So this video is gonna be on that. Now, I do have a lot of decks that I have kind of built, or some of them that I kind of pull straight from my old Mobalytics account from back in those times. I'm gonna list a lot of this deck list down in the description below, so you can go and check them out if you want to. You know, just in case that you're kind of curious to see some of the things that I'm experimenting with, right? So I have, like, the exciting thing about this gauntlet is that, again, you're limited to just those foundation cards. So the game becomes a lot slower. Now, the opposite, though, is that it's not going to be exactly the same meta that you might remember from 2020, because every card's buff and nerf is still present in the deck. Riot has limited the random card generator, so like Karma is not going to be able to generate any new cards from any new expansion, but the buffs and nerfs still stay on the field. So you're still going to have 6-mana Vengeance, for example, right? So you got to keep that in mind, that the meta is not going to be exactly the same, because the power level of some of these cards has gone up to kind of match up and keep up with the newer expansions, which completely changes the metagame. So I have a combination here of some decks, the ones that I just call foundations, that are just like basic decks that I have updated over the past few days. And then I have some other decks here called like all foundations, which are decks that well, like I mentioned, I took straight out from my Mobalytics account from back in those times in 2020. And then the lineup that you're going to see today for me playing on Gauntlet is the one that's going to be up here, which is actually a mix of two decks that I kind of updated, and then a deck that I just took straight out from back in those times, right? My idea for today's Gauntlet, again, the games that you're going to see today, is go for a triple Shadow Owls lineup. Now, this lineup, it was a lot better if the Gauntlets were actually best of 3. But one thing that Riot messed up on, and they said they're going to fix this on next week's Gauntlet, is that they actually set the Gauntlet to be at 3 decks, ban 1. So it's not exactly a best of 3. You only get to play 1 game, but you get to ban one of the opponent's decks. So it's kind of like a mix between best of 3s and then single deck rank, for example. Honestly, I don't mind it, but it does make it a little bit more difficult and a little bit more strategic on how you want to build your lineups. Like, this triple Shadow Owl lineup is so good in a best of 3 because you can specifically target something like Draven Jinx or another opponent's aggro decks to just beat them twice. In a gauntlet like this, where you get to ban 3 decks, where you get to ban 1 deck, then if the opponent's playing a really good variety of decks, you're not going to be able to specifically target the aggro deck, because the opponent's just not going to play it, right? Like, why would they play the aggro deck when they know they're going to be running into triple control? So just keep that in mind when you're building up your lineup. But I still wanted to stick with my guns and play this triple Shadow Owl lineup and kind of go from there. So just real quickly, let me jump through this deck. So the first one's going to be Spooky Karma. So Spooky Karma started becoming popular around April 2020, right before Bilgewater expansion came out. And the deck does pretty well. There's some cards here that you might see that you have never seen in your life in this gameplay, like the Emerald Awakener. And that's because back then we didn't have a lot of like lifesteal, so this card actually kept us from dying too early. I did add a Black Spear here because it got updated, but literally this deck is so boring. And also Brood Awakening. What was the last thing you saw Brood Awakening? Brood Awakening is just here to give us like extra blockers so that we're just not dying. Because the idea with this deck is that you're literally just kind of boring the opponent to death. You're just playing into turn 10 and just being able to outvalue them with the Karma value. Especially now that Karma generates cards every single turn. You don't feel bad about dropping Karma early on and just getting all her value from the start. The fact that a lot of decks these days are not able to generate the subtle value that this deck can do because of the foundation cards means that this deck ends up doing amazing. So this is going to be one of the first decks you're going to see us playing today. The second one is going to be a Nivea. Now the thing about Nivea is that I personally think Anivia is going to be the strongest deck of this Foundation meta. And that's because this Anivia deck is pretty much almost exactly the same as the Anivia deck that you play today. The only things that you lose are going to be your Blighted Ravines and maybe the Gluttonies, right? But for the most part, literally every single card is almost exactly the same. With above the Harsh Winds, because obviously Anivia's spell is going to be Harsh Winds, it makes this deck even stronger. So if I'm going to play Gauntlet, I think I should always, like, my opinion, always ban Anivia. Always ban Anivia. And then the last deck, like I said, is going to be one of my all Foundations deck. And this deck I plucked straight out from my Analytics account. And this is going to be Heimer, Corina, Shadow Owls Control. We even get to play Funsmith here to make our skills do even more damage, or our cards also do more damage. It's kind of like Heimer Jace with a lot less agency, obviously, because you don't have the Hextech Handler, you don't have the Jace, you don't have the production search, right? So you have to be careful of that. Heimer is literally more here to kind of give us blockers that we can use throughout the game, because again, this Foundation meta is going to be more heavy board presence. So if you have a lot of blockers to deal with the opponent's aggression, you're able to kind of eventually outvalue them. And then you just finish up with like all your Corina or your other like kind of control tools. So it ends up being really, really funny how much pressure or how much value this deck can end up having. But yeah, I'll be speaking a lot, so we're gonna just go straight into the Gauntlet. This is gonna be a longer video, and then if you stick to the end of the video, I'm actually gonna give you guys some resources. We just released a best of 3, a Gauntlet, a Foundation Gauntlet lineup recommendations on MasteringRuneterra. So I'm gonna share with you all that at the end of the video if you're looking for decks to try out. But if you look at the description below, I'm gonna post a bunch of decks that you can copy and kind of try out. Hope you have as much fun as I do with this Foundations meta, and I see you all in Gauntlet. And remember, if you like our content, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. Enjoy the games. In this matchup, we're kind of going against some aggressive decks as well, right? I think we always want to ban the Hacker because our control tools are not going to be that strong against it. Opponents are always going to ban this Anivia deck because it's probably the strongest deck. We should be able to do well against both of these aggressive decks. Let's try... Let's try Karma. Let's try Karma Trash. Probably was better to go Heimer, to be honest, but I kind of want to play some Spooky Karma to go with first. I think I'm looking for Biofeast. I'm definitely looking for Biofeast, or some of my early 1-drops. There we go. Aristocrat and Biofeast. Both are really good. We have the Emerald Awakener if we ever get to turn 10. But even before that, it gets to put in a lot of pressure on the opponent. Obviously, Gens is going to be a big problem until we get a Vengeance, right? We need a Vengeance, so a way to deal with Gens because of how much pressure she can put in. Okay. Try to debate which way I want to do this. Okay, so yeah, so we can just go like this. And then we get to block both, and this guy is still a card that we can block. Cool. Yeah, let's go like this. No need. I wanted 2 blockers. I wanted 2 blockers. And even if the opponent has Gens, I don't think I'm scared of the Gens just yet. Don't think I'm too scared of the Gens just yet. Let's go Shadow Assassin. Trash is gonna start being a problem for the opponent. You can go like this, push the 2. We'll have the Black Spear enable. So what I want to do this next turn is actually just play 1 Aristocrat and have the Black Spear enable. If we need to. They didn't discard, so this is telling me that they probably do have like a Gens or something similar in their hand right now. It's gonna be very slow. Oh, it's just a craft favorite? Alright, so we can just go Aristocrat. Block everything doing the craft favorite, and then just Black Spear the craft favorite. So we go like this. We are gonna take 9, but at least we can kill the cloud favorite, and then the opponent's gonna have to restart all over again. And then we'll have the trash, so that anything that the opponent kills after this, if the opponent will not be able to summon their champions, right? I guess they could literally summon Gens here if they had the 1 last card to level her up. But this trash is gonna start putting a lot of pressure on them. Yeah, no, I don't think I need to do anything. Opponent obviously has something that they don't want to use. My concern about the Brood Awakening is going to be the gens. So the gens does make the Brood Awakening a little bit problematic. Can they level up gens here? I mean, if they have a rummage, they're cool. And this is going to be really bad. We really need to get this Emerald Awakener. I'm scared. Because now the problem is that we have to summon more blockers. We have to summon more blockers because if the opponent has a one-cost card and can still do the rocket, and they do, then we're now gonna be in a lot of trouble because we're just gonna lose to the gens on the open. I mean, I guess we have the twin. The problem is the gens, right? The gens, we're gonna have to try to kill these gens as soon as possible. Why not use the rocket? Yeah, the rocket makes the most sense here. Not sure what the opponent is thinking about. Because that way you also deny me the lifesteal, because I have to block your gens. And this is what I meant, like, because now we're just losing to now we're just losing to the gens attack, right? Unless opponent has no way to level up to trigger the rocket next turn. But regardless, we're gonna take 3 damage and we're gonna go down to 1. No Vengeance kind of sucks. No Vengeance was rough here. Yeah, there you go. You go like that. We can glimpse. We can glimpse and then hope that we get something that would allow me like a healing, like a grasp. The problem again is that we still, okay, we have to deny, I guess deny to get us there, but opponent is drawing 2 cards here. We have to sacrifice our trash. We have to sacrifice our trash just to kill that gens. And hope that the opponent has no way to actually trigger. I guess if they do, we have denied to stop the rocket. Yeah, we have denied to stop the rocket. And then we have whale next turn. So we have denied into whale. That gives me 1 more turn. Because we get rid of both their units unless the opponent has another gens in their hand. Okay, doesn't have it. The problem is a get excited. Could also be a get excited. Which, but the fact that they didn't do anything tells me that it probably is. Okay, alright. So we're still okay for now. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna make the opponent think that I have something else that I need to watch out for. I don't know if I need the trash just yet. I think I need the Shadow Assassin. I think I want something else, right? Okay, they're digging. So they're digging for their second gens. They're digging for their second gens, which automatically allows them to just level her up. Yeah, let's glimpse now. Let's glimpse now. I need healing. I need my healing. Okay, deny gives me some protection later on. We have enough blockers because of the Brood Awakening that I'm not too concerned about the opponent going wide. But again, we don't have any other whales. We don't have any other grasp. This still pushes damage through. And opponent has just enough to kill us. No, yeah. Oh, well, 3. We go down to 1 again. We go down to 1 again. We can play Rekindler and have access to trash plus deny or will. Otherwise, we just keep the deny. Opponent should always just open attack. Makes the most sense. We go like this. We go down to 1. And the opponent gets the vision. Which means that we actually have to literally recall this. Just to survive. And that was their last vision. At this point, we have to absolutely just do the Rekindle. If the opponent has the burn, they have the burn. So if they have gens or they have a get excited, then they win the game. I can't play around it. Alright, they don't have it. And this is an Emerald Awakener, and this should save us the game. So we finally got our second Emerald Awakener while having access to deny backup. So we're chilling now. So we can deny a fervor or anything else, and we're back to 8 HP. And eventually Trash is gonna potentially level up. Don't think I need to put the Rekindler just yet, because I feel like the opponent potentially has an out. And we get Karma. Okay, so with Karma on the field, I think we should be okay. Do I let him draw? I think this deny is more important later on. I think I let him draw. That also enables my Black Spear. So I think I'm actually okay letting them draw. I'm at 8 HP. And at this point, I don't think the opponent can win the game anymore. Unfortunately for them, they never got that second gens, right? Even though they drew a lot. And they finally got it. And we just kill her with the Black Spear. And we're fine. But even if the opponent has to get excited, they have no mana for the rocket. And we have the Emerald Awakener. So we should be okay. We can play the Brood Awakening. Yeah, we can play the Brood Awakening. Now we have the Well. So the opponent literally has no way to do anything. Now, obviously, this is not summoning enough spiders, but it is buffing them up to allow me to present lethal. And GG. We stalled out long enough. We're at 1 HP, right? So sometimes you gotta get lucky. Well, I guess sometimes you gotta wait for the opponent to get unlucky. So GG's. So in this matchup, we're going against triple Frelia deck. So Ash LeBlanc, which I'm guessing is gonna be spiders, like Iceborne spiders, and then elusives. I'm more scared of the stats that Ash LeBlanc can put in than I do of the other two. I'm gonna go with the Heimer. Actually, I think Karma probably has... I've been playing too much Karma. Let's go Heimer. Let's try Heimer. I've been playing way too much Karma, so let's try Heimer out first. And kind of see how it goes. This is actually even better because now we have the Mystic Shot to get rid of the the set. Thermal is not bad. Vengeance is a little bit greedy, but so the Vengeance is necessary. Okay, double bots is also kind of awkward. The Vengeance is gonna be necessary later on, in my opinion. So the Vengeance could kill like their Jewel Protector. Like they're gonna play. They probably play Jewel Protector, right? And whichever card they buff with the Jewel Protector is the card that we want to kill with the Vengeance. Unfortunately, the opponent just got his value here. They get to push a lot of damage here. They get to push 3. Still think this is fine. Progress day. Okay, our hand is kind of awkward. I'm willing to play Grasp here if the opponent plays like a set. This is probably the best grasp that we're gonna get. Silent as death. I still think grasp makes sense here. We get to heal back up to 20 and we still have access to the bots for later. Don't think it's thermal, but I think it's definitely bots next time, especially if the opponent commits multiple cards. Well, it's gonna be really good as well. Yeah, so that's the set. I'm gonna wait. Opponent could have twin, right? So if opponent has twin, they could save the set and still get to attack. At least this way, even if the opponent has twin, we still kill the Living Shadow. So we're only taking 3, 5, 6 instead of taking an additional 3, right? So that's the twin. So by waiting until after the fact, we still kill the Shadow, but we're still in a decent spot. So I think this is fine. Do I set up the thermal here? Do I set up the thermal and just open up for the well? I think so. I think I open up for the well and force the opponent to have another removal. Opponent hasn't played the cards that they got from Omen Hawk. Opponent could have denied, but they don't have it, so we get to set. We have a Vengeance for next turn, and we're eventually gonna get to turn 9. Ooh, Solitary Monk. Alright. Ups to them. So we're gonna take 4. We're gonna take 4. This is the aqua power of this deck, that sometimes you kind of run out of resources. Duo.
That's my resting face.
Shadow Assassin. We have a second boss. Opponent could have technically played around it. They don't have deny, but they could have a second twin. They don't have a second twin. I think we can put them on not having twin from now on. Yeah, this card, this is gonna be annoying because this is pushing a lot of damage. Karina is still a couple turns away. We could progress day now, but I feel like that's tapping us out of too many things. I need to threaten that I have Ruination. I think I need to threaten that I have Ruination so that the opponent is scared to develop here. Because we have exactly 9 mana. If we tap out of exactly 9 mana, opponent can just be like, oh, well, I guess I can develop and that's no problem. Remember when I mentioned that you're Protector? That's what I'm worried about. I'm gonna progress day now. Yeah, I'm gonna progress day now. We're gonna have to vengeance whatever the opponent buffed up with the Protector. Oh, wait, okay, no. They're gonna buff it again. They're gonna buff something twice. They're gonna buff something twice. Now I wish I waited because I could have done grass on this one. Okay, but now we're in a position where the opponent actually goes for it. We now actually have the Ruination. So if the opponent actually goes for it, they lose to the Ruination. They could have deny, I guess, right? But I don't think I'm playing around the deny. If they have the deny, they win the game. So this is a deny check. Well, it's a game-winning check, right? Deny wins in the game. Don't have it. I think we're in a good spot now. They don't have the deny, so I think we're chilling. Because I feel like I don't care about the protect. I don't care about whatever elusive they summon. I think I'd rather use the Heimer and wait for my Karina next turn. Because we're going to have the Flash of Brilliance here to get a turret and then also get back up to 6 mana to play a Vengeance if we need to. So this lets me play the turret and it still have mana for like a Vengeance to punish whatever unit the opponent buffed up here.
What would you wish to learn?
Okay, so they didn't buff anything up. I still like the Vengeance. I still like this Vengeance just so that we can get an elusive turret. I didn't want to play the second Flash of Brilliance, by the way, because this one costs 2. So by waiting for us to play a Netstone, we actually are 1 more mana efficient. With this elusive turret, opponent shouldn't have a way to actually hit us anymore. No need to attack with this one. We have Karina to clear up their board anytime we want. Opponent's just setting up for like a really big unit. Right? We have a second Vengeance to kill it. I didn't play around the Ghost, but it makes sense that they're playing Ghost because of the set. Whatever unit they have, we can definitely kill it.
None disturb my meditation.
And even if this survives, then we get the Floor Be Gone. So even if he survives, we still get the Floor Be Gone, and this should be game. Opponent shouldn't have any more value here. So we get to control them down. That's what I like about this kind of control decks, that you just get so much value. Go here, we get another Vengeance. Alright, I feel like I want to play Karina. So even if it's not correct, I feel like I want to play Karina this game. So we're gonna wait, and there we go. Now we play Karina, get rid of their units, and also push some damage to the Nexus. We push 4, and then we play another Karina next turn and push 2. I just want to have fun at this point, right? We got to stall them out. Let's win with Karina. Let's actually win out with Karina. Boom.
They will learn to fear the sump.
And that's game. Honestly, the opponent not having denied against that Ruination completely saved us. So GG's. So here is Mono Frelia, Hecarim set, and then Draven Jets. Huh. I think if we go for... Ooh, like, how scared am I of this one? I think it's a War Mother's Call, right? If it's a War Mother's Call, I think this is more scary. If it's a War Mother's Call, I think I'm actually gonna go for Karma Trash. You're gonna actually go for Karma Trash. Because if it's like a War Mother's Call, we can at least deny it. Which seems interesting to me. And they are going for it. So it might just be like a ramp. It might just be full ramp. We can at least try to deny the ramp. Having Karma this early is also not horrible. I think I'm gonna mulligan like this. I think I'm looking for deny. Okay, we got the deny now. Right? So if it is a War Mother's Call deck, we're in a good spot. I'm scared that it might be like it's a Poro deck. Oh, it's a Poro deck. Oh, wait. Should I have known that? I don't think so, right? I mean, is the Poro deck gonna even be that strong? Because Poro decks wasn't really a thing. I mean, yeah, they were kind of a thing of Foundations, but they were always a meme, right? They were always a meme for a very long time, and for good reasons. They don't really have a lot of good cards, because they're using Poro Cannon, right? So they don't have really like a clear win condition. I mean, to be fair, I'm playing a deck that clearly doesn't have a win condition either. So I shouldn't be talking, but... You know, let's go Battlefield here. I want to make sure I do this. I guess opponents can have Poro Snacks, right? But if they do the Poro Snacks and the Poro, I think I'm okay with that. We're gonna go here, go a second Shadow Assassin, push some elusive damage, have a lot of draw, and then we're gonna play Karma, because these generated cards from Karma, remember, this is a meta where we don't have a lot of draw, right? I say that as I'm drawing twice, but there's not a lot of draw or card creation. So this is gonna be a Poro Snacks into the Mighty Poro, is what I'm guessing. Fetching a Poro, they got that from the Lonely Poro, so they get to kill one of my elusives, cool. So we might have to keep the Vengeance. I mean, as long as we have a Vengeance and not too scared of this card. We go like this. If the opponent commits for anything crazy, we can just stop it. And then we play Karma, and we'll just be able to beat them on value. Because the fact that we can create cards with Karma and gives us kind of answers is so crucial. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna just go for a lot of stats. The Harp card is a little bit problematic. I'm not gonna lie, the Harp card is actually super problematic. Trash? Not bad. I kinda like this trash. We're gonna have be 10 cards next turn. We're gonna be at 10 cards next turn. We have Trash and Karma. We have 4 more turns, right? We have 4 more turns to get to our spot. We can go like this. Even if Trash is gonna be at 1 health now. But opponent doesn't have Troll Chance, so all they could have here is a freeze. And there you go. At least I'm like forcing out the freeze. We're gonna Vengeance next turn anyways. Okay. So opponent's gonna stun the Karma, which I'm not blocking with her anyways. We get our Wells, which is probably better off later. We get a second Glimpse, which is kind of funny. Am I okay like this?
Peace has its cost.
I think I am. I think I'm okay forcing this block. So then we just Vengeance. It kind of sucks that we're not able to get rid of another card. I guess we can play the Emerald Awakener. And remember, I need to play around. I need to play around Worm of the Skull. So I'm actually in a spot now where having the second Karma, having the Karma on the field is actually being problematic because I'm having like too many cards. So I need to be careful about that. Bots is gonna be really good later on. Twin. Oh my goodness. I guess we could twin here. Kill this Mighty Poro. So that we're at least using up our cards. We have Ruination if we ever get in trouble too. And we have a second Karma that we don't care about using the first one. Losing the first one, sorry. We still have a blocker here for the half card. Trendemir. Okay, so Trendemir is a little bit different. Because we cannot kill Trendemir. We will need to get our... shoot. We need to get our thing. Right? We need to really get our thing. Our Will of Ionia. We're gonna just lose the value. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Just so that we have the hand value. I think I definitely want the Karma Create a card. But this is gonna be very bad for us. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure that we don't burn a card. Because I feel like if we burn a card, we just automatically lose it. If we literally burn a card, we automatically lose. Trash is gonna be close to level up.
I will learn from you.
think I'm okay with this. Heck, we can even go like this. Oh wait, no, because that means I don't get to heal, right? I wanted to see if I could save that Emerald Awakener, because I might need this extra heal. I might need this extra heal. I want the opponent to commit a Battle Fury. They don't commit it, so the opponent's playing it really smart. Opponent's playing it really smart. We can play this guy. Get Karma back. Play Karma again. Just so that we don't have too many cards in our hand. Shaman. Question is, I mean, this is gonna be bad. So this is gonna be bad for us because we probably want to. I think we go like this. I think we go like this and just get the double Karma on the field with Trash. That way we have Well and everything else. Spirit's Refuge also means that the Karma stays alive and that we can get to heal up a little bit. We're gonna threaten the Ash, force the opponent to have a freeze. Oh, well, it's not gonna... Oh, yeah, no, because Karma is the one that's gonna get frozen here, so that's good, that's good. So we can threaten the Ash, force a freeze out of the opponent, and we can Spirit's Refuge the other Karma. This is problematic. I actually have way too many cards. Way too many cards. We always can Will of Ionia that Tryndamere, so I'm not too concerned about that. We could also just not... I mean, I need to be able to stop this Ash, I think. Because otherwise the opponent has a potential very good open attack, and that could be problematic. Double Karma on the field is good. We can go Spirit's Refuge. And then we'll have triple Well next turn, as well as like bots for everything else. Ironically, if the opponent doesn't do anything here, it's better for them. But the opponent went that way, decides to smartly keep their Tryndamere back. We get to copy everything 3 times. And this is nuts now. This is actually nuts. Alright. So, I guess I actually don't mind doing the Well now. I don't mind doing the Well now. I need... Okay, unless the opponent goes for one more Skull, then that's perfect. I didn't want to have to, like, not have the mana here. So there we go. That's the thing that we were waiting for this whole game. So we get the one more Skull out of the way. The Tryndamere doesn't really do anything. Because we can actually Vengeance the Tryndamere twice, right? And it would just die anyways, because the Vengeance happens twice now. The bad thing is that we overdraw, because we have 2 Karmas. Okay, but we overdrew something that doesn't matter that much. Now the opponent could have access to something scary here. So we need to actually block both. So we go like this. Tryndamere stays alive, but I think I'm okay with that because I'm waiting for the opponent to commit a Battle Fury. Aura Snacks. They're gonna just kill one of my Karmas. Take heart. Okay, so if we go Vengeance, Vengeance, this is okay. Do I want to lose the second Karma? Or do we like Will? That takes more damage. I think I like the Vengeance, Vengeance. I think at this point, just 1 Karma should be enough. Yeah, I think we just get rid of the Tryndamere now. Also makes us that our second Tryndamere eventually is gonna die. We get to still heal up 4. We lose 1 Karma. But now Ruination kind of saves us. So yeah, we got to that point where Karma's in the field. And we get to just chill. If we ever get a Rekindler, we're also gonna be in a really good spot. We have a lot of cards here from Inside of Ages. Anything that the opponent summons doesn't really matter. Tall Tales. They just get a Jetty on the top of their deck. So this is like a Jetty deck as well. Honestly, the hardest part of this deck is the fact that now we're gonna have way too many cards. Okay, perfect. That's actually the best draw, because now we get a bunch of blockers. And we can actually also put pressure on the opponent. So we have a bunch of blockers. I guess the opponent could just do Crystal Arrow here. But if they're doing the Crystal Arrow here, I think I'm still okay with that. I'm debating if I want a Glimpse. I'm debating if I want a Glimpse right now. But I mean, we have so many card generation that I don't know that's necessary. Let's Glimpse. No, let's not Glimpse. These guys don't really matter that much. The only thing that's scary now is an Ash. The Overwhelm here doesn't matter because we have a way to stop it. Yeah, so nothing that the opponent has is scary. The Ash we can kill with the bots. At this point, even if we actually do lose a bunch of good cards coming up, it's fine. Like with Kindler would have been really good because it brings back a second Karma. But that doesn't really do much for us, right? We just open attack and have the rush to be able to win the game. Okay, so opponent's gonna go here. I'm kind of debating this Ruination, by the way. If the opponent plays another card here, Ruination doesn't seem that bad. It will also just be the bots. Okay, they don't play another card. So that's unfortunate. So we just lose all our units here. We just lose all our units here. We could do the rush. We could do the rush right now. Which I kind of like it on this one. Just get rid of the Overwhelm, because the Overwhelm is literally the only scary unit that they have. Alright. We probably should have Glimpse. Probably should have Glimpse, because I don't think I'm ever getting to use this Glimpse again. After that. Like, how are we winning this now? We're just gonna be generating cards. We could Glimpse now, and then replay Karma. Sure. Yeah, we should have done on the Spiderlings. I think I want to look for something else. Trash? Trash is very good. Trash is very good. We want to keep enough mana for deny. So I want to keep enough mana for deny. I don't want to play Karma because obviously it generates another card. We want to keep enough mana for deny. So that we could deny their... And that's okay. So this should be game now. Emerald Awakener, Karma, double Karma on the field. Trapper doesn't do anything. Like this deck is just takes forever to win. Like it's so boring. But you know, we're trying to showcase, I guess, what he can do. So we might as well give it a shot. You get it. Do we not have any more Karmas in our deck? Oh, I guess we don't have any more Karmas in our deck, huh? Okay, that's a bad thing for us. We should have kept track of that. We should have kept track of how many Karmas we had in our deck. Okay, so that's actually a problem. Because now if the opponent has a way to actually remove this Karma, we will just lose the game. But I mean, opponent has no chance. No chance whatsoever, so GG's. Here, it's kind of like aggressive and then Ionia. So I kind of like banning the control deck, because I feel like I don't want to really go against Anivia. Oh, we get to play Anivia? Perfect. I haven't played Anivia yet. Most people are banning Anivia. So I want to try this out and kind of see how it goes. Let's see. So it's going to be Anivia versus Darius, Elise. This should be good for us, right? Avalanche, Vengeance. Vengeance for Darius seems like a good keep. Avalanche for all their units seems like a good keep. And then Battle Piece to tap off the Elise. So Avalanche plus Battle Piece kills our Elise. Obviously, I don't think I need to have Mulligan for... I mean, I should have probably gone for the Anivia, to be honest. But I don't feel like I need to like fully hard Mulligan for her, because we do play triple in 3. So we're going to draw her eventually.
I have my orders.
Okay, so if we go Sentry, we can block. We go Battle Piece, we can also block. I like the Battle Piece. I like the Battle Piece. It saves us that extra ping, and we just block the rear guard, and it also saves us against the opponent having another 1-drop. So if the opponent has another 1-drop, like they do right here, we're still in a decent spot. We can go like this, and start setting up for our Avalanche on their next attack turn. There's the entry that we talked about. There's the Elise. The problem is that now we don't have the Battle Piece, right? We don't have the Battle Piece anymore to actually get rid of that Elise with the Avalanche combination. We could use Glimpse now, or we could just Vengeance that Elise. Well, I think Vengeancing that Elise doesn't sound bad to me, to be honest. I think Vengeancing Elise is fine, because I'm really scared of this Elise being able to level up. The Battle Bond's cool. You push more damage. Which, I guess, to be fair, it is a problem. Okay, we have the well, so now I think I'm fine. So, because opponents just try to go super aggro. However, the well kind of protects me against that. We can Tavern Keeper here, and then well. And we should be okay. We even have a Pearson blocker, and that's why I wanted to kill the Elise, because of the things here. Opponent could have Darius, and yeah, this is game. This is game, because the opponent can never survive against this well anymore. They think they can go super wide, which, to be fair, they can. But the moment that this well is on the field, opponent just loses and literally taking 0 damage. And literally taking 0 damage, and next time I can summon a Nivea, or I can just go for the Avalanche, and now we have access to a Harchwinds. The opponent has access to Harrowing potentially, so I actually think I might keep the Avalanche. I might actually keep the Avalanche, just so that I can keep the Avalanche as a way to kill their Harrowing. I'm gonna do it now because I'm gonna do it next turn anyways. At least this way we, you know, clean out our deck. This lets me get rid of all their units, and we still have access to Harshwinds and Avalanche to be able to stop their Harrowing. Because their Harrowing is gonna bring a bunch of units that only have 1 HP or less. They have 2 HP, except for the Elise, right? Elise is the only thing. Harshwinds protects me against Darius now. And we're okay. Okay, so it's not gonna be a Harrowing for sure. Opponent's just gonna try to put as much damage as they can here. We have enough for Vengeance plus Avalanche. Okay. I don't need to do anything. I mean, I guess I could summon the Rekindler. I don't think I need to do anything just yet, right? Because now we can just go like this and heal back up as well. I probably want to do this before. Honestly, I forgot about maybe a leveling now. I should have done this ahead of time. Because I missed out on 1 damage for not doing this first. This is fine. I mean, it's fine. Opponent stalled out, right? I forgot about needing to do, because if I do that, I get the mana gem and maybe I levels up. I push an extra damage. But it's okay, because I don't see how the opponent beats us anymore. We're going to have double Anivia on the field. We have enabled our Rekindler. We have Harsh Winds. So even a Darius and us being burned is not enough to kill us. You get to kill 1 Anivia, but I'm just going to glimpse that away so that you don't get the Spiderling. Oh, they do have double Battle Piece. Okay, that's fine then, because we know now that they don't have Harrowing. Right, so we know that they don't have Harrowing. We have a fearsome blocker. I'm surprised that the opponent is staying as long as they have. To be honest. I'm surprised that they're staying as long as they have. And there we go. GG's. So in this one, we go against aggro, it looks like. War Mothers and Karma. So usually I always want to ban the Karma decks, but now we're in a position where we have 2 Ionia decks, and this can be really problematic. I'm gonna ban the Karma Heimer, and I'm just gonna play out my Karma Trash. That way at least I have access to Deny to stop the War Mother's Call, right? So if this is actually a War Mother's deck, which I'm expecting it to be, we at least have access to Spooky Karma to kind of make the game go for a while. But opponent's gonna go for aggro instead, so now it's gonna be Spooky Karma versus aggro. Whoa. This is not a great hand. This is not a great hand. I mean, the Trash is nice, the Emerald Awakener is nice. I'm gonna kick the Vengeance, because the problem is that I need my Wells or my Grasp. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm kind of stuck now. I'm actually gonna be in a lot of trouble now. Yeah, because this is gonna be just a fearsome deck. And we have no fearsome blockers. How am I gonna do this? how am I gonna do this? We can play Shadow Assassin, or we can play the Emerald Awakener. Have some, and I like the Shadow Assassin. Let's see if we draw. Battlefield is not bad, at least. Do we commit? Time to commit. I'm gonna wait to see if the opponent plays at least. I don't want to commit the Black Spear on these little things, right? That doesn't make sense to me. There's the Callista now, so we have no way to do anything. 3, 6, 7. We're gonna take the 7. We're gonna take the 7. Play our Brood Awakening. And then play Trash. Start trying to level up Trash, I guess. And maybe we get another Brood Awakening eventually. The idea with the Brood Awakening is that we have blockers, right? The problem with that idea of having blockers is that, as you see, when we're going against Fearsome, it's kind of hard to have blockers against Fearsome. Now, if the opponent passes here, I'm willing to pass back. They could have Elise here. They could have Elise and just level her up. We have blockers for both these units, and we have a Fearsome blocker. And the moment that one of our units die, we can play the Black Spear. I guess opponent could have scared her to block our Fearsome blocker, and that's exactly what they do. So I think we actually go like this, by the way. I think we actually go here. We're gonna need the Black Spear. Actually, I guess we could also just go for the double Battle Feast. We might need the double Battle Feast, right? So we can go... The problem is that if we do it this way, we're leveling up the Callista. Opponent could also have a Glimpse, and that would deny us this heal. We could level up... Oh, okay, so Trash is gonna be leveled up here? By not blocking with Trash, we also play around Black Spear. Well, I guess Trash is one off on leveling up. We definitely want to kill Callista now. We definitely want to kill Callista now. Even if the opponent can level her up. Perfect. I think I'm gonna actually need... that Karma early. I'm gonna need whatever she generates for us. So I'm willing to... also, by doing the Glimpse to start off with, we could potentially also get into a well, right? So we could potentially also draw into a well, which is gonna completely change this game. I need well. So whether we generate a removal from Karma, or we just straight up get the well here, either way, I think I'm fine with that. We can go like this. Opponent has 4 cards. What are the 4 cards that they have that they haven't been playing anything? Like, this is so weird because they have 4 cards and they haven't played any of them. They could have Battle Feast, I guess. But then that's just gonna enable my Rekindler. Whoa. Let's go here.
Path is clear.
An open heart teaches more
Whoa.
than open eyes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm gonna pass first. I think I want to have... That's huge. See, like, I just need any heal. I just need any heal. I don't care about losing Karma, because we're gonna have it able to do the Rekindler, right? So we're gonna go... Actually, we can even lose the Trash instead. We could just lose the Trash instead, and that way we get double the Karma.
Find enlightenment.
Or we could just let go of the Karma.
Conviction.
But the opponent's like setting up like a Harrowing. I guess if we're gonna do it this way, then there's no reason for me to summon the second Trash. I think we just go like this. If we just go like this and just play the Rekindler, get my Karma back, we have the Absorb Soul as a backup if worst comes to worst. Because of that, I'm gonna play the Aristocrat so that we have a target for the Absorb Soul. We're 2 turns away from Karma being leveled up, and again, the fact that we don't have Well, it's a little bit problematic, but I think we have stabilized. I think we have stabilized. We have stabilized, in my opinion. Let's do the first Rekindler, get our Karma back. Brood Awakening, okay. I probably am gonna glimpse next turn, just so that we can play around. Okay, bots is huge. Bots is huge. Yeah, bots is actually huge. So I'm gonna play Aristocrat. I'm gonna have a blocker.
Did it move?
Glimpse into Rekindler. Potentially draw Well. No Well, but we still have bots. We have a leveled up Karma.
Then found home.
And we're okay now. Because of the bots, I don't think the opponent has anything that can kill us. We get another Vengeance out of this. Alright. We have our Karma leveled up, and now this is where we board the opponent to death until we actually get our win condition. We're also gonna have an Emerald Awakener, which is kind of funny. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Do we just Vengeance this? Yeah, I mean, like, we have so many options, and opponent only has just spiders to go with. That's why I was so surprised. When they selected the spider, I was like, really? That makes no sense. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're kind of going against aggro, and then looks kind of ephemeral, and then like an Ash Katarina. Wait, this is actually super scary, because I feel like Ash Katarina, although technically control those Well versus Ash decks, we don't have a lot of like oomph to actually make it so that we can actually do Well versus them. I wonder if I'm supposed to leave this alive. I know the opponent should never play this, right? Because every deck that we have should beat spiders. This is tough. This is tough. Usually Ephemerals does Well versus control. I think I want to ban the Ash. I want to ban the Ash. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared of the stats that she can put out. So I'm going to go Heimer, and of course we're going to go against here. I went Heimer because we have access to Thermal and other forms of removal potentially. Like Get Excited should be good, Battlefield should be good. We can kick the Static Shock. Although opponent's probably playing, no, we can kick the Static Shock for sure. Actually, I'm going to kick the Get Excited too. I want to see Thermal, probably better. Okay, Corinne is not what we want to look for. Mystic is not bad. Kallista's 4. I really don't want to spend my Vengeance on Kallista. Bots? Actually, Bots is really good in this matchup because it's gonna always kill the Ephemerals when they come down. When he's playing Kallista, so are they playing like the Elusive package too, or are they just playing? Okay, so this is gonna be like full Chalk Chariot type of thing. That's bad. That's bad for us because now the opponent gets a lot of like value from the shark for the rest of the game. We might just Get Excited at Kallista here, or a Soul Shepherd as well. I think this is correct. Question is, which card do we get rid of? Corina seems like our win condition later on. Mystic seems pretty bad to get rid of. With us having access to the bots, I think we can get rid of Mystic. Yeah, the Soul Shepherd is going to be too powerful for us to do. Because the Soul Shepherd makes it so that our bounties are not really doing what they need to do. Bonesmith is great. This is a great card. I'm going to let them commit for the double attack if they want to. I think this is fine. I think I'm okay taking it slow. It is a lot of damage, but this is going to now enable my cards to be even stronger. They're playing Curse Keeper? I guess it's a Kallista deck, huh? I guess it is a Kallista deck. This is probably the time when we do the Progress Day, by the way. This is definitely when we do Progress Day. Sure. I don't see any other turn where we actually get value from Progress Day. Well, it's gonna be great because it deals 2 to everything. The bot still kind of punishes all their charges. I guess opponent has access to deny, so I should never commit on just the bots to finish the game. Echoing will die to a Vengeance. Yeah, Hecarim would like to a Vengeance, so though maybe I commit... No, I think he always has to be Vengeance because we can play around Twin. Right? So it always has to be Vengeance so that we can play around Twin. And then next time we can play Heimer into Flash of Brilliance and start getting a lot of blockers. Okay, so this is problematic. I would like to bots, but again, remember that we have to watch out for the deny, right? So we have to watch out for the deny. So if the opponent has deny, I probably want to go like this. And then we just battle piece one of the sharks if the opponent actually has the deny here. So if the opponent actually has the deny, then we're going to battle piece the shark. And then that will enable our well later on. It could just be going for like a glimpse. Yeah, there's the deny. We can even go like this now. And we keep our Thornsmith alive. So we bait out the deny from the bots. We get rid of the death mark. Opponent gets to get another shark, which is going to die to a battle piece. And we get to have a bunch of blockers now because of the Heimer. But. We probably shouldn't do anything. Because the opponent could easily have access to Hecarim now. I mean, Hecarim's already leveled up, I guess. Okay, opponent tapped out of the Hecarim. Hecarim is already leveled up, so when Hecarim comes down, it's going to be a problem regardless. We're still fine. We have plenty of blockers. We can kill the Hecarim now. The Shark Chariot is going to die to a Bile Piece. Meaning that we don't have to actually worry about the opponent potentially summoning the rest of the sharks. Okay, so opponent's committing another shark here. Ah, but like, my dude, you know I play Battle Piece. So that's the second death mark. So the opponent's just getting punished by all these death mark plays. Gets another shark, which is gonna die to the whale or similarly. Because opponent just, I mean, do I even need to do the whale? Probably don't need to, right? Because like, what am I scared of here?
The journey ahead is long.
Well, I guess now we do it, right? Now we know that the opponent has no way to actually do anything to us, so we go like this. We thermo the shark and we win the game. The moment that the opponent showed us what their last card was, he made this game super easy. Because we go like this, and the opponent doesn't have any ephemerals now. And this shoe seal it. Opponent can only attack with the Curse Keeper, and we attack with everything else. And there we go. Yeah, honestly, Heimer is kind of fun. Obviously, not having Jace is a big deal, and all the other control tools that we missed, but it's still very fun to play with, so GG's. So we have made it to the very final battle. Can we actually get there? Can we actually get there and get our Prime Glory? Oh, I'm kind of scared. I feel like I've been a little bit inconsistent with this decks. Like, I thought this control lineup would be a lot better. But because we're not playing a best of 3 and it's actually just a ban one of the decks, it's not as hard target as I thought. Ezreal, Elise, Lutz, trash. I mean, how does the opponent beat me if I'm just killing their Lutz and their trash every time? So do we just get rid of the Ezreal? Like, if we're just killing their champions here, how does the opponent beat me? Oh, that's so scared. I'm running. Oh, Lutz trash is actually very, very good, in my opinion. Because they do have some static units, and they also have access to Vengeance as well. But this could just be like a Jetty deck as well, or like a Lennox deck, and that could be problematic. But we can just kill Ezreal every single time too. I think we have... Ooh, they let us play Anivia. For our last game, we actually get to play Anivia. Might actually not be good against Ezreal, but I have to play her, right? Mostly everybody has been banning Anivia. I'm not even going to second guess it. I have to play her. This is going to be a spider deck. Now, we do have to play Avalanche, right? So we play Avalanche, which we get. Do I care about any other of these units? I think I don't. I think I want to look for like my whales if I can, or my battle piece. And there it is. And we get the Tavern Keeper as well. We want to like the fearsome blockers. I can't believe we're actually playing Anivia. Elise is annoying.
Come close.
Yeah, Elise was gonna be annoying. I mean, we can play Tavern Keeper at least, right? So we can play Tavern Keeper at least and kind of go from there to have a fearsome blocker against the Elise. At least. So we're back to 20. What are they playing on PNC? I don't know what they're playing on PNC. No need to attack, by the way. My only downside is that we don't have Anivia yet, right? So we need... Ah. I see. What if we just kill this Elise? What if we just go like this? What if we just commit this vengeance, right? We're gonna take the 5, but what I'm trying to set up is for the Avalanche to kill their units later. Actually, we're only gonna take 3 because we can block the Spiderling. So that way we're not taking the damage from the Elise and not letting her summon another Spiderling. We still have access to the Avalanche. We have access to the Well. We have a second Vengeance that we can use. I think I want to keep mana for the second Vengeance. So I think I'm going to pass. I don't need to do anything here. We have a blocker for the Skitter. And we get our Anivia now. So we just go like this. Clear the whole board. Opponent could have more value here, but at least we still keep a fearsome blocker for later on. Oh, it's just a Buddha Awakening. So then we well. Actually, do we even well? Do we even well, or do we just play Anivia? I think I kind of just like playing Anivia.
Did it move?
I kind of like just playing Anivia.
Let's talk about your attack.
Yeah, I don't even care, right? Because we can just play Anivia. It's going to be the same thing. We get to clear their board. We get to glimpse, and we still have well for later. And now we have access to Harshwinds as well. I kind of like the idea of having the Sentry as an additional blocker just in case. I guess opponent could have a way to start this Anivia, but by playing Anivia here, we still have access to well next turn. And we clear their board here. If the opponent doesn't do anything here, I think I'm willing to pass. Now we have Harshwinds and we also have Cataclysm. Yeah, I think I'm willing to pass. We have the Well, so we can always punish an additional... We can always punish a second Brood Awakening, right? We're gonna have a leveled up Anivia next turn. And we go from there. Really? Ha!
Lady Elise,
Really?
where are you?
I kind of want to play this now, but I mean, it's going to time me out of well, so I don't think it's correct. I think we got to just wait and just do it next time, right? Even if we're technically not be mana efficient. We're going to push 4 damage, and then we can slowly start... And even we'll be leveled up, and now we can start slowly winning the game. Yeah, leaving Anivia open... If you're playing Gauntlet, in my opinion, you have to bet Anivia. I think Anivia is by far the best deck in this Foundation meta. Like, by far. So we go Catalyst, levels up Anivia. Let's go ahead and clear the board. Let's start pushing some damage on our side. We have a second Anivia. We have double Harshwinds now. We can even glimpse, to be honest. So we can start glimpsing. Although I don't want to glimpse because of Battle Feast, right? So I don't want to glimpse because of the Battle Feast. So I think we can hold that on the glimpse until later. Because I feel like I do want to have this second Anivia. Oh, it's just Ledros. Okay, so it's going to be Ledros into Atrocity instead. Okay. Okay, the problem that the opponent's going to have is that I actually have Entreat. Now, if the opponent has a Battle Feast, this could be problematic. If the opponent has a Battle Feast, this could be problematic. I think I want to... So let's say I do this now. I guess we can go here instead. But it's the same way, right? If the opponent has a Battle Feast, I get in trouble, and I'm not gonna have any healing. So let's just go here. I'm always gonna be okay against this stuff. Atrocity is always gonna lose to the Harshwinds.
will bloom.
It's a Karina deck. Okay, so it's just a control deck. So it's just a control deck, literally. Let's glimpse now. Let's glimpse now. We keep a unit alive to Karina. We keep a unit to block the Ledros. Balfis. Okay.
Ambition incarnate.
We get to hit 4. Opponent could have access to a Mystic, I guess, to stop our Anivia. I'm scared. I'm actually scared. Opponent could have like the answers to finish up the game. Because they definitely have a way to kill this Anivia.
A deadly bloom.
They definitely have a way to kill this Anivia. Right?
Will endure.
So they absolutely have a way to kill this Anivia. We might be better off just vengeancing that Karina right now. Because the problem will be the opponent will be able to replay their Ledros. This sucks. This actually kind of sucks. I think we kill this. I think we do kill this Karina. If the opponent doesn't have a battle piece, then we'll resummon the second. Oh, yeah, there you go. They always have the battle piece. They always have the battle piece. We can resummon the second Anivia.
Eternal winter.
Right, next turn. We should probably we needed to avalanche right here. But now we're in a position where we cannot tap out of atrocity range. An opponent just gets to resummon Ledros and kind of do the same thing all over again. We pass. We have Well to heal back up, if anything. Opponent could have access to get excited, so I need to be careful. I think we're actually gonna lose. I think we're actually gonna lose. Okay, opponent gives me the chance to be able to avalanche. So opponent gives me the chance to be able to avalanche. But if they have like Well plus... I mean, if they have to get excited plus Mystic, we're actually in a lot of trouble. They go for it. Yeah, that's what I figured that they probably had. We Well back, and if the opponent has a second get excited, we lose the game. So if the opponent has a second get excited, we lose the game. Oh man, I thought this was so good, but I thought this was spiders. I didn't realize that it was control. That was my mistake. But if it was spider, the opponent would be a Noxus. So it was my mistake for playing as slow as I did, knowing that the opponent had more stuff, right? Now here we just lose to a Mystic now. So now we're losing to a Mystic shot. The battle piece is not enough, so the opponent just go Ledros into Mystic and they win the game. So we're losing to a Get Excited, we're losing to a second Mystic. We have no outs. All we can do is just pray.
I bring the storm.
All we can do is just pray, and this is not even lethal, so we're also losing to... Okay, so we're not losing to a Ledros just yet. We're not losing to the second Ledros, but we're also losing to the second Karina. We're also losing to the second Karina. Oh, this is so sad. So we just have to hope that the opponent has no burn.
Eternal guardian.
Okay, so we're not losing to Ledros because we have access to battle fees, so we stay at 1. We lose to a Mystic because we haven't drawn a Well or a Things. So what we need to do is actually avalanche. We need to avalanche so that we can potentially draw into a well or a Thing, right? So here we need to draw into a Well or a Grasp. Battle Feast is not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. We have to open to play around Karina. Oh, we drew the Well. Alright, so we beat the Get Excited. We beat the Mystic. The opponent top deck. Oh, we also beat double Mystic now. Opponent has another card as well, Grasp. Shoot. I made myself vulnerable to this, right? I did make myself vulnerable. Now, opponent cannot play Ledgers until next turn. So we might be okay. We do the same thing with the Battle Feast. But now we're losing to a Karina one more time. We have no way to self-sacrifice our Anivia. Yeah, we have no way to self-sacrifice our Anivia. Wow, they got their well. Oh, I thought we had it and opponent found the line. We had to kill our own units last turn though, right? Because, I mean, that's the way that we were able to get our well. If we don't do that, we're still losing. If we go harrowing now, we still lose as well.
A new era begins.
So let's do it one more time. Oh, actually, that gets punished by a glimpse, right? That gets punished by a glimpse, so we gotta go like this. Oh, wow. I don't think we have any more Anivias in our deck, right? Because we lost one Anivia and we played the second one out, and now we have this one. Back to square. Okay, so we beat a Get Excited. We beat a Get Excited. What if it's actually Tavern Keeper? What if it's actually Tavern Keeper? But then if the opponent has Corina, we have to Wail, and that's 8 mana. And then second Anivia will be 6. So we don't have enough to play. Okay. So we can Tavern Keeper. Opponent plays Corina. We don't have to. I guess we have to Wail. I think I like the Tavern Keeper. Puts me out of range of a lot of things. Even if the opponent has a way to kill my whole board, we can just replay the second Anivia. Or we can just Harrowing. Okay, so this is game, right? Because we just Harrowing. We have exactly 10 mana. Oh, okay, we got there. Yeah, I think the Tavern Keeper was correct. Because with 4 mana, opponent could have Mystic, actually. Could have Mystic, right? They could have Mystic, double Mystic, but if they have double Mystic, then they win. If they actually have double Mystic, then they deserve this win. We got there. I forgot about the fact that because the Anivias don't die, we can actually not play our third Anivia. So that's one punish to this play, but we had just enough mana to do Tavern Keeper into Harrowing, which is just as strong anyways. Oh, we got there. We got there. We got our Prime Glory. Boom. Yes! I think Anivia is too strong. I didn't lose. I only got to play Anivia twice. Every other opponent banned it, but I didn't lose a single game with those 2 Anivias. The deck feels like it's playable in this meta with every other card available. So this is my opinion, my tryhard, although I'm not too convinced about Karma and the Heimer decks just yet. But if you want to just try hard, probably not this week, but in other weeks when there's actually best of 3 instead of like 3 decks buying 1, then this triple Shadow Owl lineup should be amazing. Otherwise, in this current Gauntlet where it's like you have 3 decks and you get to ban 1, then I probably try to kind of split it up and just play good decks. Like I would play like Demacia, right? I would play Anivia, and then I would play like something else. That way, you're not hard countering, and even if the opponent bans one of your key decks, you still have 2 other really good decks to win with. So yeah, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. We actually got there. We actually got the Prime Glory with this lineup. I couldn't believe the opponent let us play Anivia. We almost made a whoopsie at that last game where we didn't realize that we were playing against another control deck. So that's probably why they were not afraid of Anivia. They were more afraid of the Karma because of the deny that the Karma can have, which makes complete sense. But I just think Anivia is way too strong. I think Anivia is way too strong that it should do well against every other control deck. So I wouldn't. I don't know if I'm playing this game, I would not want to go against Anivia in this foundation meta. Now, aside from that, I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about this. Like, it was really fun. I'm gonna try probably playing some more of the fun decks like Demacia, Braum, etc. throughout the rest of this week as we continue going for the Foundations Gauntlet. But before I leave you all, I kind of wanted to show you all some resources. Now, I mentioned, so if you all didn't know, I sometimes write articles for MasteringRuneterra.com, and I do this weekly lineup recommendation with Monte Cristo, which some of you might be familiar with. Now, we have taken a break because there's no seasonal for this ranked season, but with the Foundations Gauntlet being released, we figured we'd go ahead and try out and bring back our best of 3 lineup recommendations. And this one is specifically on this Foundation editions. So what you're gonna see here, if you go to MasteringRuneterra, and I link this article directly below, is that you're gonna see the recommendations for lineups to bring. Now, this one on the top is gonna be what I call 3 good decks, and this is what I was talking about. You just bring 3 good decks, and you just ban whatever you think you're gonna have issues with. So this one is gonna be Garen Fiora Demacia with Bannerman, Anidia Control, and then Hecarim Set Ephemerals. Feels really good because no matter what, it's gonna be hard for the opponent to target you, and you can choose which one to play with this deck. Then I also have another one. This is the one that you all just saw us play right now, where I call it Vengeance Too Strong, and that's the triple Shadow Owls lineup that you just saw us winning with. It's just, I feel like Vengeance is way too strong. And then if we scroll down, I think Monte Cristo is suggesting kind of like an aggro lineup. If you kind of go more into aggro style, and that's going to be Discard Aggro, They Who Endure, and Elusives, which again are all very, very strong and could push damage on them. And if you keep scrolling down, we also have a lineup here from Watermine himself, who's one of our top 16 players on the Worlds, where he's also kind of playing like a more control-oriented lineup with Anivia, Lux Karma, and Hecarim Elise Karina. Now, the Hecarim Elise is more of an aggro list, but he's still playing triple Vengeance, double well, so it's also kind of control. It's kind of like Red Gwen without Gwen, you know, and without the Ruin Reckoner. So kind of cool. But then the last thing I wanted to show you, if you scroll all the way down, I posted a bunch of decks here that you might have seen on my client earlier. So these are the decks that I plugged straight from my Mobalytics account from 2020. So you have a bunch of them here that you can kind of look at and copy, and you have some here that I have updated throughout these past few days. Like the Ash Thresh, I think Ash Thresh is really strong. The only reason you might not see Ash Thresh as much is because Anivia is probably better. But Draven Jins, Thresh Lutz, Fiora Shan, Ashborn Spiders, etc. So if you're interested in kind of getting some more lineups ideas, some more deck ideas, make sure to check this out right here. But I'll link a lot of the decks below as well. Thank you all for joining us in this much longer video as we go through a gauntlet. And potentially, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about this video. So maybe I make a little bit more gauntlets video. Maybe we make it like a weekly thing where we make gauntlet video and have at least one video there for you all to check out. So hope you enjoyed the games, and if you did, make sure to like this video below and subscribe to us. We post it every single day. You can follow us on Twitch at Twitch.tv. We stream every now and then. We're probably gonna be streaming tomorrow, Friday night, just doing this gauntlet runs. And then you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow.